It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Where'd you start?
5.
Start at 4.
Okay. Job 20 verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach onto the clouds.
Yeah, just because you see this cracker, man, he has all these things. You know, every time you look up in the fucking sky, you see one of his airplanes or his space shuttle. You know, his excellency rises up to the heavens, man. You know, that doesn't mean anything, man. Because he was set up to do what he is meant to do. And when the time comes, the Most High is going to end that.
Verse 6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach onto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. Yeah. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods.
Yep. Because these crackers, man, they come up saying, oh, I help out black people and black people, and I have black friends, and, you know, I do these things for the community and the projects and all these things.
All that bullshit.
You know? I'm a philanthropist.
Yeah,
that's what they say, you know?
Yeah.
The Most High is not accepting no reward, man. Remember in the book of Joel it says, though you offer me a recompense,
yeah.
Will you offer me a recompense? I will turn your recompense upon your own head, man. You know?
Yep.
You know?
It says, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though the wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of asp within him. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of asp. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey, and the butter.
Yeah, that's all representing the kingdom.
But the white man could be saved, though.
That's right. Because he's not going to experience the fullness of the kingdom, the pleasures of the kingdom. He's going to experience the kingdom because he's going to be in slavery in the kingdom. But he's not going to experience the voluptuousness, man. The luxury.
Yep.
This is his heaven, man.
Yep.
You know, heaven is a state. What proves that? Yahweh Shai talked about Capernaum when he said, though thou art exalted unto the heavens. What does that mean? Does that mean the Capernaum is up in the heavens floating? No, it means that the state that it was in was a very rich city.
Yeah.
And then the Most High said, thou shalt be brought down to hell. I remember years ago, Elder Tahar said, does that mean that you have cattle burning in hell, you have buildings burning in hell? Grass. No, it means it's in a low state. Okay?
Yep.
You know?
It says, verse 18, that which he had labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not.
That's right. He didn't build Jerusalem. He didn't. That wasn't his lot to begin with, but he took it over. Come to this land. He didn't. This is not his inheritance, right? But he still took it over. You know.
It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he had desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
That's right. So this white man, he got all the world, but now he's in straits.
Yep.
The word strait means hardships, hard, right? So right now, when he got the world, that's when the Most High started jacking him up even more, man. You know, he was a feared power back in the day. Go back 20, 30 years ago, he was a superpower. Now you got Iran,
India,
you know, all these nations. You got even Russia,
Pakistan.
even Russia, another Edomite nation.
Yep.
They're talking. He's talking about McCain is crazy, and you know all these. They're dissing you hard, man.
Yep.
You know all these the gooks. You know, you would call them slanty eyes and make fun of them and all this stuff. They're dissing you, man.
Yep. Just the other 3 years ago, when they were doing the whole debate on who was going to be president, you guys had a woman running for presidency, man. Like, you're going to have a woman running for president? Oh, come on.
And other nations are laughing at that.
The other nations are laughing at that, man. That's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. It says, surely he shall, no, Salakia, verse 21. There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In his fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, he shall cast, Slakia, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and he shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
That's right, meaning that the white man looks at this New World Order, his plans, as a meal. When he's about to finish that meal and think that he succeeded in everything that he plotted, that's when the Most High is going to tumble the whole project down. You know?
Yep.
Go on.
It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Yeah, what is that? That's the missiles, man.
He can't get, yeah.
You know?
It says, verse 25, it is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall.
That's another title for the missiles, the glittering sword. A sword, the modern day sword is a gun, your nuclear missiles. So a glittering sword, at the back of the ICBM, you have the gas in the form of fire coming out, I could say, right?
Yep.
So when was this Job? When Job seen his
Con.
prophecy, he described it as best as he could. It looked like a sword. It was long and narrow, right? And there was a glittering spark coming out of it,
Yep.
right? You know?
It says, it is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. There is a portion of a wicked man from Yahweh, and a heritage appointed unto him by Yahweh. Yep, that was it. I have a real quick one.
Yeah.
This is Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities.
That's right, the Most High remembers. So when crackers say, why do you guys remember the old times? And David said, remember the days of old, man. You know? And the Most High remembered all the iniquity. Because the scripture says, do not defile the land by blood, for it cannot be cleansed except the blood of him that shed it. Right? That's it?
No, verse 6. Reward her even as she has rewarded you, and double unto Slakia. It says, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, and mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is Yahweh Shem Yahushai who judgeth her.
That's right. So, you know, this land, America, it lives in deliciousness. You know, it lives in, and it's known as a virgin because there's never been a war after America was established. You know, after the three revolutionary wars, the French, the Spanish, and the British. After America was so-called established, right, independence from Britain, which was never independent. There was never an attack on the soil of America. They were living good.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. This is Revelation 18, verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. And the voice of harpers and musicians and pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee. And no craftsman of whatsoever craft shall be slakia. And no craftsman or whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For by sorceries were all nations deceived. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth.
Yep. And that's plain, man. Because who are the saints? The scripture says, gather my saints together, they which have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Those are the Israelites. So when you shed the blood of the Israelites and you committed genocide and, you know, stole this land, that their blood has been found in this place. Right? And it said that no more pipers, no more craftsmen. I mean, this place is not going to be, there's not going to be no dancing anymore. There's not going to be anything to be happy about in America.
Yep.
Because everything is going to be doom and gloom, man. You know? You have something?
Yeah, kind. This is Revelation 20, verse 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death.
Yep. The lake of fire, that's when the missiles drop, man. Because you're going to have fire going for I don't know how long, man.
Yeah.
Couple years, man.
Yeah.
You had the Twin Towers, how long with the fire was going? A month, 2 months? Or the smoke, I mean?
Yeah, con.
You know, and that was 2 towers, man.
Yeah.
You're talking about how long is America?
200 million missiles.
I'm saying how long is America's span? 3,000 miles long?
It's big, bro.
A couple thousand miles long.
Yep.
You know? So and plus, like the brothers always say, man, you got natural gas pipes, gas lines going all throughout the country, man. In Canada, you have a lot of natural gas lines. So you don't think that shit's gonna ignite?
Con.
You know, that's gonna bring destruction to this place too, man.
Gas stations,
you know,
nuclear plants.
Yeah, that's gonna be, man. That's gonna be something to behold, man.
Yep.
That's gonna be a view. So, yeah, man, this place is gonna be desolate, man.
Con.
You know. Yes, sir. No. Oh, get Habakkuk. I think it's 3.
In the Apocrypha.
No. It's in,
oh, Slaki. Habakkuk 1?
You can see, it's 3 and 1.
Oh, 3 and 1. Habakkuk 3 and 1. A prayer of Habakkuk the prophet upon Shigai O Noth. O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid, O Lord. Revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known in wrath, remember mercy. Yahweh came from Teman and the Holy One from the Mount Paran. Selah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise, and his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand,